centuries, the Jews inhabited the Iberian Peninsula, Sepharad in Hebrew. As a result of the Inquisition, the Jews were expelled from Spain in 1492. After only a number of years in Portugal, many Jews migrated to North Africa and the majority settled into the Ottoman Empire, where they were welcomed by Sultan Bayezid II. One such city was that of Sarajevo, the capital of Bosnia. Sarajevo, or Sarai, was known for being a multi-religious city with Muslims, Jews, Catholics, and Orthodox Christians living together, before World War II that is. These Jews, Sephardic Jews, spoke Judeo-Spanish, or Ladino, a language that developed greatly in the diaspora with linguistic influences from many surrounding cities and local languages.
The Saved by Language documentary tells the story of how Morris al-Bahari, a Sephardic Jew from Sarajevo, spoke Ladino to survive the Holocaust. After Morris ran away from the train taking Yugoslavian Jews to Nazi death camps in 1941, he used Ladino to communicate with an Italian colonel who helped him escape to a partisan-safe area. Later on, by speaking in Ladino to a Spanish-speaking U.S. pilot, Morris was able to survive and lead the pilot, along with the pilot's American and British colleagues, to a safe partisan airport. Ladino saved Morris's life. He returned to Sarajevo after the war and was reunited with his family.
After the Holocaust, few Jews returned to Sarajevo. In order not to draw attention to themselves, many Sephardic Jews did not speak in Ladino publicly and didn't teach the language to their children, using Serbo-Croatian instead. There are currently only 4 people left in Sarajevo who speak Ladino.
From 1992 to 1996, Sarajevo was under siege. It was the longest siege of a capital city in the history of modern warfare. Electricity, water, and food supplies were cut off for much of the war, and around 10,000 Sarajevo residents were shot by snipers or killed by mortars. Holocaust survivors and their offspring at the Sarajevo Synagogue ran a humanitarian aid agency which gave out medicines, provided medical assistance, and distributed food during the war to all citizens, regardless of religion. Many in the Jewish community of Bosnia left the country during the war, especially young people. The community in Sarajevo currently has around 800 members.
Ladino is one of thousands of endangered languages that may go extinct by the next century, unless we act to save them. Ladino saved Morris's life. What are we going to do to save Ladino? Hope is not lost for this language, as it continues to be used in countries worldwide. There's a printed newspaper in Turkey and a journal printed in Israel, along with a number of others distributed via the web. There are radio programs in Spain and Israel in Ladino, and there are also online groups where people write in Ladino. And yes, there are even Facebook Ladino-only groups.
Music is a major element to keep Ladino from extinction. There are several Sephardic musicians bringing life to the musical legacy of the culture. Yasmin Levy adds a flamenco style to traditional Ladino songs. Kat Para creates contemporary arrangements and mixes musical styles. Liliana Benveniste from Argentina sings some Ladino songs as tangos. Sara Arweste makes modern rock music in Ladino. Our music director, Montserrat Franco, sings traditional Sephardic songs called cantigas. She studied the ethnomusicology of Sephardic music and recorded many Ladino speakers singing songs from their childhood.
Merci mucho por su atención. No tenemos escapado nuestro film de Inda, mas tenemos una parte pronta para mostraros y para que vean un poquitico la historia de Morris y la importancia de la lengua judeo-española en su vida.
Which language is that? Spanish? Not quite. It's Ladino, Judeo-Spanish, Judeo-Español, Españolit, Judesmo, Judeo, Haketia. This language goes by many names. It is the language of the Sephardic Jews. For centuries, the Jews inhabited the Iberian Peninsula, Sepharad in Hebrew. At the end of the 15th century, the Jews were expelled from Spain and Portugal. Many migrated to North Africa, and the majority settled in the Balkans, where Sultan Bayezid II welcomed them into the Ottoman Empire. These Jews, Sephardic Jews, spoke Judeo-Spanish, a language that developed greatly in the diaspora with linguistic influences from many surrounding cities and their local languages. One such city was that of Sarajevo, the capital of Bosnia-Herzegovina. Sarajevo, or Sarai, was known for being a multi-religious city with Jews, Muslims, Catholics, and Orthodox Christians living together, before World War II. Prior to the war, the Jewish population played an impressive role in both government and the workforce. However, over 80% of the estimated 12,000 members of the Jewish community of Sarajevo perished in a few short years, all starting in April 1941. Only a small portion of the community survived by the end of the war in 1945. What would become of the Sephardim and their language? Saved by Language tells the story of Moric al-Bahari, a Sephardic Jew born in Sarajevo in 1930, who spoke Judeo-Spanish, Ladino, his mother tongue, to survive the Holocaust. UNESCO classifies Ladino as a highly endangered language. Every 14 days, a language disappears from the world. 50% of the world's languages will be extinct by the year 2100. We are facing a dramatic crisis of linguistic, cultural, psychological, and scientific losses when languages vanish. This is a story about how a language saved a young Bosnian boy's life during the Holocaust, and how it continues to be a part of his Sephardic culture and identity.
First language is Ladino, but Second World War is finished with my Ladino because I gone in mountain, after that in internats, in pilot school, faculty, and now live together with my family. I forgot Ladino. I can understand, but my fundus in word is very poor. I can read, I can translate all, but when I want to speak with Ladino, it's very poor. And in our language, much words from Turkey, from Italy, from Portugal, and maybe one modern Spain don't understand, but with smile, you know. Because we have one special language, Ladino. That's my town, Sarajevo. You can see here old tile Sarajevo, and the left side is new Sarajevo. Before Second World War, in that style live Christians, Muslims, and much Hebrew people. It's Bielava. Here is one synagogue, Alcalde Bielava. Around the synagogue, much family Jews. On the right side is Alifakovac, where I am. Here, much families Jewish. And that style here is Christian. And center in Bas Čaršija is Muslim. And New Sarajevo, Esterreich make for all together. Sarajevo is one little Jerusalem, you know. Jerusalem, little Jerusalem.
Sercu mom radosti, evo, że Jegowe zakoją
Cordoba is first region where was al-Bahari. After Inquisition, our people leave the Spain and go in Venezia.
dawno odrzezno. Sadie krajem
That's old synagogue on left side. In Ladino language, that's alcal viejo, viejo. Be small. Rich people make alcal nuevo, new synagogue. And before first, Second World War, when I be child with my mother and father, I visit for Shabbat that synagogue, for Rosh Hashanah, for Kippurim, etc. All holidays we pray to God here. We have alkal dimudu, one alkal, one synagogue for those people who don't speak, you know. One rabbi learn to speak with hand, and much people who don't hear pray to God with hand, you know. Oh my God, my heart is yours. That's cortijo, you know. That is one garden where after Inquisition live together all Sephardim, not ghetto. We are free, but like ghetto, live together here. Before, in 16th centuries, here was homes with apartments, deal apartments for Jewish family here all, and that synagogue. That building is Jewish school, Hebrew school for learning for young people, and upstairs is seminar for rabbis. Every Sunday we visit here to learn, pray to God, like young people. Now is not Hebrew school, now is another offices because not Hebrew, not school. That's my school in Ladino Maldar. Before Holocaust, here was mezuzah, but now not. But I kiss a wall without mezuzah. Before Second World War, with me, 3 sisters, my uncle. That's one family, you know, very large. And in Halifax, we are all together, one home, another home from my uncle, and about 37 members. We are together for Shabbat, for holidays, we are all together. That is one part of Sarajevo, name have Ali Fakovac. In that part, all that homes was Jewish before Second World War. That home here is my home, father's home, from my father David al-Bahari. Here, we call it Chikma. You know, the street not open, it's closed. In Turkish language, that is Chikma. In Chikma, Like child, we play here much players, children players, you know, about 12, 15. All children from Jewish family and another, not alone. And when we speak Ladino, another asks, what you tell, what you tell, what you tell, we must translate. It's joke. At home Ladino, but with another child, Serbo-Croat or Bosnian. Here was in that home one factory. That factory was Jewish, where makes bonbons, chocolate, deal for people, for child. And we have one song, give me, Echu Muna in Ladino, Echu Muna Bombonicha. Put out one bonbon for me. Echu una bombonicha para mí, echu una bombonicha para mí. Every morning we sing that and open window and put out switches.
Árboles lloran por las lluvias y montañas por aires. Ansí lloranles mis ojos por ti, querida amante.
In 1941, Nazi Germany and its allies invaded Yugoslavia and aligned themselves with the Croatian Ustasha, a Croatian fascist independence organization. The Ustasha built the Jasenovac concentration camp in Yugoslavia and rounded up Yugoslavian Jews to be sent there and to other Nazi concentration camps.
In Drvar came one officer from community with two Ustasha, that's Nazi army in Croatia, and told, we must leave all, take your gold, take all from our family, and we must go in transport in work stalag. You must work for Germany, and after, when we finished war, we be free. And take my family in transport from Drvar in Bosanski Petrovac, that's a village very near. In railway station Prijedor, my teacher, Lipovac Zvonko, music teacher in first school, told, give me that boy. I want to give water and one sandwich. And told me, look, you must leave that transport and your family. And give one iron, to my father. When you be in night, open stick in train and leave that transport because you must be killed. My father told me, tieni esta buca con salud e con la vida. November is dark, And all that people told me, Dio ti bi kleva, Bog te čuvao. God help you. I leave mother and father and me 11 years, I cry, I don't know. My father open stick in wagon and I leave in railway, leave.
Enfrente de mí hay un ángelo, con dos ojos me mira, hablar quiero a mí puedo, mi corazón suspira.
When Morris escaped from the train, he threw away the yellow Star of David that all Jews had to wear. Morris's former music teacher, Zvonko Lipovac, was an Ustasha soldier who was supposed to send Jews to death camps. But he went against his orders and waited for Morris to escape from the train at night in Prijedor, and guided Morris to find the Italian truck driver, Colonel Lino Marchioni, who had helped Morris escape. Italy, however, was aligned with Hitler and partially occupying Yugoslavia.
A music teacher told me that story. Here is Marchioni Lino, who take you and transporting in free region, again in Drvar. I speak in Ladino with him, but Ladino Italiano è vicin, very similar. Yo soy hebreo, yo soy judeo, en comprende todo, porque Ladino es very similar como italiano. Mi dici a italiano, bueno, bene, yo tengo, yo prendo, yo tengo tú be free, tú sei libero, agora tu sei free. I'm alone in Lori in the night, and much have in Lori equipment, you know, soldier equipment, and I stay with one case, and that's secret, you know. When it's open, Lori, what is it here? Our equipment, soldier equipment, I all night transporting to Drvar. In Drvar, when I come, my family is not here. I don't know where is father, mother, and sisters. Take me one Serbian family, Vojevic, and every day I eat and sleep with family Vojevic. Lino Marchioni told me, you must change name, because your Jewish name is very danger. And I take Milan Adamovic. My friend who meet me, no, I am Jew. I told, keep, stai zitto. I am Milan Adamovic. I change my name all time. Because if Ustash and fascists from Italian know who I am, I must be transporting in Auschwitz or Jasenovac, etc. With Italian soldiers, every day I meet Italian soldiers, and in bakery every morning I take panioca, you know, little bread. And I don't speak who I'm Morris, I'm Milan Adamovic. Lino Marchioni told, that's one boy, keep that's boy, and every morning give no money, food. I was giovanotto. Ecco lo nostro giovanotto, vieni qui, prendi la mangiare con noi, ecco. Italian soldiers have good heart, you know.
Morris spent 2 months in Drvar with the Italians. In 1942, Lino Marchioni told Morris that Drvar wouldn't be safe anymore.
If it's war, I come when it's one soldier dead. I keep that and make clothes for me. Live like wolf in mountain, you know, and visit villages, give me for eating, everything, etc. Terrible time, terrible. I be alone, only in villages, war various partisans. If come Italian soldier or German soldier and Croatia soldier, I go in mountain, and 1 week, 2 weeks, alone, without nothing, eating grass, eating fruits, and that's terrible time. And I have only one monocle, you know, and every morning when I wake up, I see villages. Where is partisan, I go in partisan region. If it's German, I stay at home in mountain, alone.
Morris told the villagers that he was an orphan called Milan Adamovich. While hiding in the mountains, Morris joined the Partisans, the anti-Nazi grassroots movement led by General Josef Broz Tito. In 1944, Morris was 14 years old. He was in a field wearing his partisan uniform when he saw a Halifax plane with American and British pilots shot down.
5 men jumping with parachute and come in field where I was. And I see Americans, I go on, and when see me, take guns. Who are you? And I sprechen Sie Deutsch? Everyone don't speak. Parlate italiano? No. Hablas en español? È un gringo. Dice, yo hablo español. Me dice, tú say, I have cap with red star, you know. You are partisan, not partisan, I am with partisan. Can you tell me where is commandant, partisan commandant? Yes, I know. I didn't speak English. I used Ladino to speak to the Hispanic pilots in their groups, David Garino. That was my only way to communicate. Ladino saved my life in war. ¿Cómo hablas en español? Hablo porque yo soy sefardim. Lo que es esto sefardim? No sabes nada. Lo que es esto sefardim? Esto es una parte di hebreos dopo la Inquisición que escapada in Turchia. Ho parlato esto da mi storia. Non sabes nada, that was young people, don't study about that's nothing. Por 20 kilómetros habemos una comanda partisana, e todos, that's 5 pilots, that's 5 equipage from Halifax, with me gone in Ribnik, that's very near the Cluj, and after that, with transport gone to seaside in the Adriatic Sea, and gone with ship in Bari.
What Morris didn't know when he escaped from the train was that Zvonko Lipovac waited for his family at the next train station and helped them escape to a safe village. About half of the Jews in the train car escaped because of the hole made by the iron stick that Zvonko Lipovac had given Morris. When Morris was living in the partisan village of Ribnik, a partisan courier informed Morris that his parents were still alive and working in a hospital. Morris received a letter from them.
And Madre write me, lindo mio hijo, yo siempre sogno que ti tengo in mano e ti bacio. Father, know where I am and come here and call me. And you know, I visit my father, and father told, how are you? Good. Papa, you say elivo. You say elivo. Sí, mi hijo, son elivo. ¿Dónde está madre? Aquí, ven aquí, mi hijo. You know, in that time, I cry father and cry me.
Blanca sos y blanca vistes, blanca la tu figura, blancas flores caen de ti de la hermosura.
When Morris and his family returned from World War II, they lived with the Jewish community for 2 months because there was another family living in their house.
Too much memories, but I want to forget all, you know. Where is Samuel? Where is Dudo? Where is Gedala? Not come back. Another told from Auschwitz or for Jasenovac, I see die and burning in that's crematorium. Maybe we are happy because alive, Second World War. But unlucky because we must every day cry for dead people.
Yo la quería más que a mi vida, más que a mi madre, la amaba yo. Su cariño era mi dicho, sol gozo era mi amor.
We have only one synagogue, that's Ashkenazim. All that's another is now cultural center, museum, etc. We don't need that places for Jews enough, only one synagogue. And we live together. Now we have not Ashkenazim, maybe 50. Another is Sephardim.
Few Jews returned to Sarajevo after the Second World War. Some still spoke Ladino at home, but most of them spoke Serbo-Croatian in order to not attract attention to themselves. Morris continued his schooling after the war was over.
Echo, doveo sam gosta. Mezuzah must be out. But we make inside. We don't like when another people see our door, must know here is Jew. That's secret.
A los cielos va a subir, a las 7 tabacas, echadoro voy a echar, ande caer mi mazal, amar minush, kuzum minush.
Reincarnation is our religion, is not. But if I Buddhist, I want to born not like crocodile, but again man, but not Hebrew. Hebrew is very hard life for everyone Hebrew in the world.
Before the Bosnian War, the Sarajevo Jewish community studied Ladino and Sephardic songs, books, newspapers, and culture in a group called Vidas Largas. During the Bosnian War from 1992 to 1996, people in the community gathered daily to distribute medicines and food at the synagogue to people of all religions. Some also studied Spanish with books donated by the Spanish Peacekeeping Battalion in Sarajevo.
I have now one sister in Italy, in Firenze, and we speak Ladino every time. And have 94, don't see nothing, don't walking, and call me, oh, mi hermano, ¿qué tal mi hermano? Speak in Ladino every time. Mi hermana can puedo hablar Bosnian. Puedo, ma hermana speak Ladino porque acordarse por padres y madres y todos esto. Por esto hablamos Ladino. Siempre cuando oía español, sienti padres, madres, en todo esto, sinagogas, en prayers in lingua ladinas, rabbinas, old rabbinas who speak Ladino. Ma pastime, tiempo pasado.
Bendice tu Adonai, nuestro Dios, de Rey del mundo, el que ha de pasar sueño de nuestros ojos y adormecimiento de nuestros párpados. Que razón y sea voluntad delante de ti, Adonai, nuestro Dios, de nuestros padres, que nos uses son ley y nos apagues en tus encomendanzas, y nos traigas al lagar del pecado, no al lugar de la vera, pecado más leviano, y no al lugar de prueba, y no al lugar de menosprecio, y nos alejar de apetitos de malo, y nos apegar con el apetito de bueno, y damos por amor de tu gracia, por merced, y tus piedades en tu amor por gracia, hoyos y enollos de todos nuestros vientos, y galardones, mercedes buenas, bendito tu Adonai, galardón, mercedes buenas a su pueblo, Israel. Chao.
Una mañana de frío invierno, entre mis brazos me se murió, y de entonces me fue por el mundo con el recuerdo de aquel amor. Dis, ¿dónde estás, corazón? Que no llego tu palpito, esta grande dolor que no puedo más llorar. Yo la quería llorar, mas no tengo más llantos, la quería yo tanto. Yo soy Esther Erna, cabezón de soltera y de bebés casada. Me nací en Sarajevo, 1933.
Io sono Jacob Finzi, sono nato a 43, ma non sono nato a Sarajevo, sono nato in un campo e adesso sono in Sarajevo.
Me llamo David Kamji, nací en Sarajevo en 1936, en una familia judía, el padre que se llamaba Aarón y madre que se llama Regina. Y mi madre laboraba en una empresa de ellos y yo estuve todo el tiempo con mi nona. Y como mi nona hablaba solo en Gijó, y sabía algunas palabras, pero no más, de la lengua loca, de aquí, loco. Yo comenzó a hablar en judeo-español, en Gijó. Pero en la casa se hablaba siempre en judeo-español, en Gijó.
No te puedes acordar, nosotros hemos en la guerra, chicos, no nos fue por jugar, fuimos a salvar la cabeza.
Eso es.
Nosotros 4 años fuimos en fuimiento.
En una guerra.
Y cuando nos tornamos, fuimos 12, 13 años, no nos jugamos jugos hebreos, nos hemos muchos, no había muchas criaturas hebreas para jugar jugos judíos.
Questo è stato un campo italiano e si parla italiano e si parla ladino, non è una differenza grande. Muy claro que debe hablar ladino de impartir italiano. Es muy simple.
Había una libertad en este campo y todos hablaban como querían. Entonces los gillos en gillo, italianos en italiano.
Yo me acuerdo mucho de mi padre, él sabía muchas canticas sefardíes, muy bien cantaba y muchas sabía. Y me acuerdo de mi mancebés, de mi chica, él cantaba cuando celebrábamos algo, él cantaba con un tenor alto, muy bien. Eso es un sentimiento muy difícil, y difícil y lindo.
Lindo e difficile.
Mi madre estaba sus últimos años en Zagreb en una residencia de los viejos. Y muy interesante. 2 últimos años hablaba solamente en gillo. Sí, es que y hablaba conmigo siempre en gillo.
Cuando la vejez es alta. Sí. Mi padre murió a los 90 años. No puedes creer. Las últimas horas en el hospital empezó a hablar judeo-español y judeo-español y mi sobrina dice, abuelo, no hables ansina, no te entienden las doctoras. Las doctoras no te entienden. Él se acordó solo en la lengua que empezó y que hablaba con su madre y con su padre. Esto es muy interesante en los momentos de morir de grandes años, si acorda la persona aquello que empezó en su chiquez.
Tu madre cuando te parió y te quitó al mundo, tu corazón te dio para amar segundo.
Esto es una muy grande impresión, porque yo recuerdo esto cuando son pequeño, con mi nonna, con padre, con todos ellos aquí. Esto es una impresión muy grande en mí aquí.
Esa es una impresión de mis abuelos y mis viejos, sentir estas canciones, muy lindas canciones estas, muy lindas.
Ma con nosotros va a morir ese sentimiento. No. Vos digo.
Solo esta emoción de mi padre, de mi madre, nonna, nonno, esto. Por todos que es muerto a Segunda Guerra Mundial. Una emoción muy pesante.
Lo siento mucho. Adiós, querida, no quiero la vida, me largaste tú.
Shadramana, gdzie żupori woda żywa.
קדיש. יתגדל ויתקדש שם מלבה. אמן. בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי ויעצמן פורקני ויקרא במשיחי. אמן. בחייכון וביום יכון וחייה בכל בית ישראל בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן.
In war I have only two friends, Jewish. One is Juro Stern from Novi Sad, but that's Ashkenazim and speak Yiddish. Juro Stern died, you know, Second World War is finished 9 May 45. Juro Stern died me in my hand from one grenade 1 day before finished war. Die me because one grenade in Slovenia came and Juro Stern died in my hand and told me, I don't know, is it Jew or not? But when die, told me, I am Jew, like you. You know, because that's top secret, you know. If we Jew, you don't tell for another. Juro Stern, he have Christian name Juro, and Stern is not Stern, Juro Zvezdic, because in our language, Stern is Zvezda, star. Juro Stern, Juro Zvezdic. And when they told me, I am Jew, what I can do? Not 10 people, but much partisan, I told Kaddish. I told Kaddish when died Juro Stern. And have much partisans Jewish, but that's secret. If I pray to God, my Kaddish is very near. Pray Fatiha in Muslim. It's same words. But I prayed to God Kaddish in Hebrew and Muslim in Arab. For that, I am another, you know. Father from all religions, Orthodox religions, and is Abraham. In Muslim is Ibrahim. If you visit now one church, never one prayed. Pope, Imam, Rabbi, don't speak about brothers. We are some from one Abraham, Ibrahim, Avram. We are one, we are son and daughters from one father. Don't speak about that. You must know that's Jew is your brother. That's Christian is your brother. That's Orthodox is your brother and sister. Don't speak about that. I pray to God to make one prayer for all religions. To stop blood revenge, war, and difference in that religion. We speak same words, my Kaddish and Fatiha in Islam, and in Catholic and Serb is same words, but I am different because I must pray in another language. Nia shiakol bidvaro, because I drink plum slivovica, we call it slivovica. Why drink it? Drink because I want to remember old, my parents, too much families in Sarajevo. And when drink, we call shiakol that. But in Ladino language, big one is shiakol, but little is shiakolitu, diminutive of shiakol. And when visit Jewish community at Shabbat, every old man told, give me not shiakol, shiakolitu. Hi for everyone in Israel, in United States, for everyone Jew and another. I am Ultimo Sephardim in Sarajevo. Hi. Esta lengua con la que me engrandecí es mi lengua de yo. Me ayudó a sobrevivir durante la Segunda Guerra Mundial. La historia que os conté es como me acuerdo de todas las memorias pesantes y alegres de mi vida. No sé cuál va a ser el futuro de esta lengua en Sarai o en el mundo sefardí. Ama esta lengua es un tesoro, es una memoria, es una vida y cale preservarla.
Vinimos a ver que pasen y gocen y tengan mucho bien. Vinimos a ver.